Dreams are strange, aren't they? You close your eyes at night, and suddenly you are flying through skies, walking in places you have never been, meeting faces you have never seen. Sometimes, those dreams are so vivid, so powerful, that when you wake up you are left with one haunting question. Was that just a dream, or was it something more? What if I told you that your dreams are not random? What if I told you that they are not just your brain replaying fragments of memory? What if I told you that your dreams might actually be windows, glimpses into lives that you are living somewhere else, in another version of reality? Science calls it neural activity. Psychology calls it the subconscious mind. But history, philosophy, and even modern physics hint at something far more mysterious: parallel lives, infinite possibilities, different versions of you scattered across multiple realities. Think about it. Why do we dream of places we have never traveled, yet they feel familiar? Why do we sometimes wake up from a dream with emotions so raw that they shape our entire day? Why do some dreams reveal answers to questions we have been asking in waking life? These aren't accidents, they are clues. Dreams challenge the boundaries of what we call real, because the truth is reality itself is more fluid than we think. Physics suggests that time, space, and matter are not fixed walls but a flowing fabric. If infinite versions of reality exist, then maybe, when you dream, you are stepping through that fabric, slipping into the life of another you that explains the déjà vu you've felt. That moment where you walk into a room and swear you've been there before. That instant where you meet someone and feel as though you've known them your entire life. These are whispers from parallel lives. Moments when the curtain between worlds is thin, and your dreams bleed into your reality. But here's the most important truth. Even if your dreams are glimpses into other lives, you cannot live them. You cannot transfer your soul into those versions of yourself. What you can do is use them. Dreams are messengers. They are mirrors. They show you your hidden fears, your untapped desires, your suppressed potential. They reveal the blueprint of who you could become, if only you woke up and chose to act. Every dream is a choice. You can ignore it and treat it like fantasy, or you can study it, decode it, and let it shape the path you walk in waking life. The great inventors, artists, and visionaries of history understood this. Nikola Tesla claimed that entire inventions appeared to him in dreams before he ever built them. Paul McCartney heard the melody of yesterday in a dream, before he played it on a piano. Countless innovators credit their breakthroughs not to endless hours of conscious thought, but to visions in sleep. Why? Because the dream world bypasses the limits of logic. It connects you directly to the infinite. It hands you glimpses of other possibilities, other lives, so that you can bring them back and transform this one. So the real question is not whether dreams are real. The real question is, what will you do with them? Will you treat them as random noise, or will you see them as messages written by your higher self, your parallel self, calling you to rise? Pause and ask yourself, what dream still burns in your memory? The one you cannot forget, the one that still lingers in your chest. That dream is not an accident. It is a signal. And in the next part, we are going to talk about how to interpret those signals, how to separate fantasy from guidance, and how to turn dreams into fuel for transformation. Because dreams may be glimpses into another life, but your responsibility is to use them to transform this one. Dreams are not puzzles meant to frustrate you. They are maps drawn in symbols, emotions, and stories that your conscious mind cannot always understand, but your deeper self always recognizes. The first step to understanding dreams is this: do not dismiss them. Every time you say it was just a dream, you are throwing away a message from your subconscious, or maybe even from a parallel version of you trying to speak across the veil. Keep a dream journal. Write down what you remember, even fragments. You will notice patterns, recurring places, recurring people, recurring themes. Those patterns are the keys to your inner universe. For example, dreams of falling are rarely about gravity. They are about fear of failure, fear of losing control. Dreams of flying are not just fantasy, they are your soul screaming for freedom. Dreams of being chased are about running away from something inside you, something unresolved. But sometimes, dreams go beyond symbolism. Sometimes they show you vivid realities that you could not invent. Entire cities with details so sharp, entire conversations that feel more alive than anything in waking life. These are not just subconscious echoes. These are the glimpses into lives you are living elsewhere. Here is the crucial part. Whether a dream is symbolic or parallel, its power lies in the action you take. A dream without action is wasted energy. A dream that inspires action is transformation. Think about this: how many dreams have you had in waking life that you dismissed as too big, too unrealistic? You dreamed of starting a business. You dreamed of standing on a stage. You dreamed of freedom, but you stayed in the prison of your comfort zone. That is no different from ignoring your night dreams. Your soul is constantly dreaming. At night, in visions, in the day, in ambitions. And the greatest tragedy is not that we dreamed, is that we refuse to live those dreams. So here's the discipline. When a dream comes, ask yourself, what is this showing me? Is it showing me a fear I must confront? Is it showing me a possibility I must pursue? Is it showing me a parallel self who is stronger, braver, freer, and asking me to embody that version here? Now, The world is filled with people who lived and died in their dreams. They never wrote the book. They never built the company. They never confessed the love. They never took the leap. Don't be one of them. You are meant to bridge the gap between dream and reality. You are meant to see the possibility, then fight to create it in the physical world. That is why the dream came to you. So when you dream of a life bigger than this one, do not dismiss it. Translate it, break it down, build a plan, take one step, then another, and watch as the dream you thought was fantasy becomes the life you live every day. But you must understand one final truth. Not all dreams are meant to be lived. Some dreams are warnings, some dreams are mirrors, some dreams are closure. Wisdom is knowing which is which, and that wisdom only comes when you pay attention, when you take the dream world seriously. In the final part, we will go even deeper. We will talk about the danger of living in dreams too long, the trap of escaping into fantasies instead of building reality, and how to finally cut the tie to illusions and rise into power. Because dreams are sacred, but only if they lead you back to life. Here is the danger. Dreams can inspire you, but they can also trap you. If you spend your life sleeping in fantasies, escaping into visions, living for illusions, then you will never rise, you will never transform, you will never create the reality you deserve. Dreams are not homes, they are doorways. They are not destinations, they are directions. You are not meant to live in them. You are meant to use them as fuel to build something greater. Too many people are addicted to dreaming. They say, one day I will. They imagine their life changing, but they never take the first step. They fantasize about freedom while staying chained to their comfort zone. They confuse dreaming with doing. But let me tell you the blunt truth. Dreaming without action is self-deception. It is poison dressed as hope. It will keep you stuck, numb, waiting for a life that never comes. So here is your charge. Stop worshipping dreams and start building reality. Stop treating visions as escapes and start using them as blueprints. Stop asking if your dreams are real and start asking if your actions are. Yes, maybe your dreams are glimpses into parallel lives. But even if they are, they do not change this fact. You are here, in this life, in this body, in this reality. And this is where you must act. This is where you must rise. Your dreams show you who you could be. Your actions decide who you will be. So cut the toxic tie to illusions. Stop running into fantasies when reality feels hard. Stop living in imaginary victories while avoiding real battles. Face your fears, build the habits, create the life that your dreams have been pointing you toward. The most powerful people in history were not just dreamers, they were builders. They used their visions as blueprints, then poured their sweat, blood, and spirit into turning them into reality. You must do the same. Every time you wake up from a dream, ask, what is this calling me to do? Every time you imagine a bigger life, ask, what is the first step I can take today? Every time you feel stuck, remind yourself, I am not meant to live in dreams. I am meant to transform reality. Because here is the truth. Your dreams will not save you. Your actions will. So wake up, step forward. Stop asking whether dreams are real. Start creating a life so powerful, so purposeful, so alive that it becomes the dream you once only imagined. This is your chance. This is your life. Do not waste it living in parallel illusions. Rise, act, transform, dreams or reality. The choice is yours.